in our community, I would say, so when you're initial, you'll always not get clients who would give you out all of your commission. There'll always be people asking for cashbacks. I know it's so tricky. All of us might have been in that situation or will be in that situation. So if you're having the issue keeping your business afloat and you're still learning and trying to progress, should you say yes to it or should you stick to your principles? Yeah, I have dealt with it for months, so I just want to know the perspective.
Okay.
Because
from today onwards, go and realize one thing. Out of 10 clients, 8 never asked you the cashback. You offered them. You were so afraid of losing that client. The moment you start talking to any of your relative, your first pitch is, buy a house from me, I'll give you 2,000 cashback. Buy a house from me, I'll give you 5,000 cashback. Start realizing it. They did not ask for it. You told them. That is what the biggest mistake done by a lot of realtors. They actually, especially part-timers, that's how they start their pitch. Yeah. Because for them it's a little extra money. Right? So, first, if you become conscious about the cashback, 50% of your problem is solved. Yeah. Don't talk about it. Okay. Right? Now we'll talk about the rest 50%. He wants to say something.
I haven't had cashback yet. Maybe I'm having the clients that don't ask. I don't know if it's good or wrong, or I don't know if it's wrong or right, but I don't know, this pitch is working for me. I do put that I will pay for your lawyer, and I keep the same lawyer.
It's a cashback.
No, it's
a cashback in kind.
In a way.
It's a cashback in kind.
Piggyback to what you said. So
Yes.
I do give that $1,000.
Yes.
Because my lawyer charges $1,000.
Yes.
And they never asked me, hey, give me cash back.
Yes.
I haven't had that, but that's one of the pitches I've been using.
So guys, first of all, it depends upon the kind of customer network you have. Very important. The day you say no to cashback, just to one client, and you're willing to sacrifice that client, your 75% problem is going to be solved. The day you give up the fear of losing that one deal, it's going to save you hundreds and thousands of dollars in your lifetime. I never recommend giving any cashback. Strongly, I have worked in Brampton, guys. It is not the client who are asking cashback, it is the realtors who are giving cashback.
Yeah, so because I lost a couple of clients and then I was like, if I had said yes, then I wouldn't have lost that business.
Even if you would have said yes, you would have still lost that business.
Okay.
So there's a way.
Because I'll tell you, let's say you give them 2,000 cashback, they're going to go to somebody else, ask 3,000. Let's say he gives 3,000, they will go end up asking 5,000. And you know what? Should I tell you the real story up behind cashback? Actually, 80% clients never get it. Realtors just promise them. So, the day deal happens, client call the next day. Hello, Mr. Raman. Thank you very much for the house. You promised me $2,000 cashback. When can I get the check? And my answer is going to be, you know what? I didn't get the check yet from my brokerage. Give me 10 days. So this guy is calling after 10 days. And next answer is, sorry, I'm stuck up in a hospital with my parents. And third or fourth time, I'm not picking up the phone.
But isn't this business more relationship focused? Like with one client, you won't be selling just one house, right?
Yes.
You have to have a repeat business.
Yes. If you want to get the repeat business, stop doing cashback.
Yeah.
Start working for your clients. Start protecting their interest. A lot of people, a lot of realtors, they do the deal, but they don't have a happy and satisfied client. If you have a happy and satisfied client, you have the repeat business.
So I like to share. I've had many people asking for cashback. One or two times I said no and I started losing it. And I said, you know what, I have to work on it. So I told them, let's see some houses, then we'll talk. And while talking, I showed them house property. And I told them that, you know what, how would you feel if you work 100% with your heart and your employer said you'll get 30% less pay? Will you be able to do your justice? So I'm here to make you a lot of money. Don't look at a small piece of bread which I'm taking my home. I'm ready to work for you and I'll give my 100%. And it has worked all the time.
Oh, so you actually got them in the showings, like
I got them. I said, okay, fine, let's see.
Yeah.
Let's talk about it, and then explain them that this is what our bread and butter, and it's very hard. But I'll work for your interest, so you'll make a lot of money.
Makes sense. Thank you.
And also I put for these kind of rejections, I always tell them that how about for my negotiation skills, if I can save you more on the purchase price rather than giving you a cashback, how about that? But again, in the end, there are some kind of clients that you don't want to have as a client. So it's all your call in the end. Like if you want to deal with them or not.
And you know what? Who is the biggest loser on cashback? Do you know who is the biggest loser on cashback?
Client.
Is the client. Is the client. Now, that is where I've seen a lot of people, they don't build up a great business because they don't understand the value of joining the professional organization, and they don't network a lot. Now you see, this is a networking event which we are doing. It will give you a lot of thought process. Now, do you know what is the biggest training in real estate industry? Actually, a lot of realtors, they don't know what training they need. Guys, you just need to learn one thing to become successful in real estate: how to keep yourself motivated every single day. How to keep yourself motivated every single day. That is the real training which is required to be successful in the real estate industry. Unfortunately, there is none of the brokerages, none of the platform works on that. Right? Think about it. If you are motivated, you are willing to learn. What if you come into the training but you are not motivated enough to attend the training? Listen, I'm not there to teach you the forms. They're in a plain English. You can read it and you can learn. You will put 4 offers, you will learn what to do with the forms, what to do with the conditions. Every morning you should be pumped up that, you know what, I have to be successful in this industry. That's it. If you have that, people will teach you real estate. Because real estate you're going to learn only when you're doing deals. Now let's talk a little bit about the selling techniques. Because why I'm focusing on this? Because we are going to face a market which has low inventory. There was a fear of recession, multiple offers, multiple bidding. All that problem is going to be there. Now how you can overcome that challenge, that is very, very important. Guys, the first and foremost thing is, I'm not too sure how many of you work with your clients when you're buying and putting BRA in front of them before even showing them the houses. Do you?
No, I do it at the often.
Do you?
Yeah.
You do?
Yeah. I just signed one yesterday.
Do you?
Yeah.
Trust me, most of us are lying. We don't. We are so afraid. Guys, we always talk. Clients, they are not signing the BRA. They are not signing the buyer representation agreement. That is not the case. You are not asking them to sign. You are not confident enough to put it in front of them and tell them that you have to sign a BRA. Am I right?
True.
So if you are not putting, how are they going to sign? Now what happens is, we wait for them to put an offer so that we can get the BRA signed. Am I right? Learn to avoid that mistake. Right? Because you're going to end up losing 25% of your client just because you did not sign a BRA with them. Better you lose those 25% clients, discussing with them and telling them why BRA is needed. So let me ask you a question. Why BRA is needed?
I don't think I have an answer. Like, I don't have a good answer.
No, but give me the bad answer. No problem. Give me any answer.
I would say just this is needed for me to have your best interest and for me to put my 100% in, because I know if we've logged this for a certain period of time and maybe location, then I can put my focus 100% on your needs.
That is the best answer. But you're thinking that's the wrong answer. that is the best answer. So technically, you need the answer. You have the answer, right? Why we should sign a BRA?
Safeguard my own interest, time, and effort.
You're not talking about the interest of the client.
Interest, obviously, it is my duty to fulfill their interest as well. But for sure, for the foremost thing, like I'm gonna save myself.
That's fine. That's your personal reason. But you are telling a client why they should sign a BRA. That's what my question is.
I would say that we have to sign this as part of the formality from a brokerage, and this protects you and us, and I will put in my 100% time.
First line was a good excuse. You can do that. That you know what? This is a policy in my brokerage. My company doesn't allow me to work without signing a BRA. But that is not a good enough reason for them to work with you. They don't care what is your policy. What they care is what is in it for them.
So I always tell them that this BRA will protect you the most. If you don't sign a BRA, and if I'm doing a client representation, I'm less obligated towards you. But if I am signed with you, I get legally obligated towards you to take care of your interests.
So you all know the answers. But where we are making mistakes, we are not discussing that with the client. So guys, the crux of the matter is, the problem is not the clients are not signing it. Same as the cashback. Clients are not asking, we are offering. Clients are not saying no to sign the BRA. We never put it in front of them. And now the biggest problem you're going to face, that you put an offer with the client, you signed a BRA without explaining them what it is, and they end up going and buying a house from somebody else because they don't even know they are obligated to you. Guys, they should know they are obligated to you. If that is the case, they will not go anywhere, right? I'll be very happy to tell a client, you know what? At the end of the day, I want to see you happy and satisfied client. If at any point of time you feel that you're not happy and satisfied with me, I give you an option to cancel this buyer representation. That builds up the confidence of the client. So guys, it's very, very important in today's market. If you want that your business is intact, especially in the market like today, make sure you have a BRA signed with your clients, right? But the first thumb rule, read the BRA. A lot of time people don't even know what is written in the BRA, right? Then how are you going to explain it to them? So the first way you can handle it is make sure you have a qualified buyers, right? And they are serious enough to work with you. Now when you have a BRA signed with that particular buyer, now you are not worried about the market. Otherwise you are always under pressure to do the deal on that particular night, and you will end up doing a bad deal. You will end up doing a bad deal. Guys, another thing is, if you want to be successful in the market like today's market, you have to take advantage of technology. You have to streamline your process. When I talk about process, I talk about your paperwork at a realtor's level. I talk about, working with the clients who are very well qualified. Now think about it. You have a client and you got them qualified from the bank or from the mortgage broker. They are with you now. They are with you now, right? If you did not help them to introduce any other professional, they can go anywhere. So you want to make sure that you're keeping that client in your own network. Very, very important, right? Another important thing where I have seen a lot of people, they miss working in the market like this. They don't update their clients about the local market, and they don't guide them on buying. So you need to keep guiding your clients. So let's say you put an offer on one of the property for your clients and they did not get it. What you should do, call them next day. Let's say the property was listed at $1 million and it sold for 1.1 million, but your client put an offer of $1.50 million. You should call them. Hey, listen, we put an offer on $1.50 million, but the house got sold for 1.1 million. But don't get disappointed. We did a great job. I think that was the reasonable price what you put on the house. But there was somebody who was willing to pay more price. Now after a week, let's say there's another house which came in the market, update them. Hey, listen, there was another house which came on 1,050,000. It sold for 1.15. Now that is setting the standard there. Now your client is mentally prepared and he's helping you to make the deal. Guys, there are very small things which create success for you. In today's market, you have to be very diligent and you have to be on top of the things. I'll tell you how. Now you know market is coming challenging and you want to put an offer on any house which is maybe, let's say, 20 years old. Now you want to get the deal, but you want to make sure that you are doing a good job for your client. How are you going to do that? Let's say now you know you have to put a firm offer. How can you protect the client's interest and can make sure that you put a firm offer? Anybody?
So like if there is a need of home inspection, right? Then maybe you can request the other agent to do it before the offer.
There you go. Be ready. So you advise your client to do the home inspection in advance. You get a mortgage pre-approval in advance. You do a title search on the house in advance. I know it's a little extra cost, but it always protect your client's interest and help you to do business. All right, now let's get on to the other thing which most of the realtors they fail or they don't successfully do it, I would say. Working on the personal branding. Very, very important. Now before that, let me ask you something very interesting. When we talk about branding, I always put up an example in front of people. Let's say you have a house in a village or in any city. Do you guys have a nameplate in front of your house?
Yeah.
Do you guys have a nameplate? So what is written on that nameplate?
Usually, like my dad's name is.
Your dad's name. Very good. Why your dad's name? Why not your son's name? Why not your daughter's name? Why not your mom's name? Why not your name?
Mom and dad, both of them.
But
yeah.
dad's name, most prominently, or grandfather's name. Why?
Yes.
Why?
That's a culture. We have been like doing this. We have been seeing.
It's a culture.
I think that's how they know you. That this is son, uska beta. Like I guess right. You know.
My dad has my kid's name in front of her.
Yeah. But majority you will see, it's either our father name or grandfather name or our family name.
Family.
Chawla's house, Batra's house. Am I right? Guys, there's a reason for that. Because that is the head of the family. That is the top brand of our family. Am I right? That is where we originated from. And that is how the most of the mind or thought process work. That whenever you are branding anybody in front of the house, you're branding the big brand, your father. Psychological reason, emotional reason, personal reason, and logical reason. Because he's the one who really put his sweat and hard work to build up that house. Am I right? Or even your dad has a respect to your grandfather, he will put up his name. But what we do in the real estate industry, which brand we use? So I have seen Realtor using the signs without the brand name of the company which they actually chose. Without understanding, guys, somebody put up so much efforts. I don't mind which brand is that, right? But feel proud on where you are working. But people don't feel proud on where they are working. Am I right? Listen, if you feel proud on the house which you are living, you have your dad's name onto it. Whereas the place where you are working, you don't feel proud onto it. And that is why you don't get the success what you deserve. So guys, whatever you do, understand the brand identity, right? And as I said, it doesn't matter where you are working. Feel proud. That's important. If you don't feel proud, check it out what is wrong. Right? So develop a clear visual identity and a consistent message across all the promotional material and platforms. Did you see from last 12 years, we are just putting a one message, list your house for $999? That is the kind of consistency which is needed. List your house for $999. That is what built up a brand for us. Right? People, I feel happy when people call me Mr. 999. There was an article in Times of India where they wrote Mr. 999. And I said, wow, that's fantastic. I love it, man. What could be a better branding than that? You are in a premium profession. You need to smartly dress yourself. You need to cultivate a professional and positive image. Very, very important. Right? And now another important thing. I personally believe I will go and put my brand name with those people, with those brands which aligns in the same value system. Let's say my value system is I want to create happiness. I want to create happy communities. Somebody's objective is to make money. It is your and my value system is not aligning. Because then your focus is not creating happiness.